All right, Ziyong here. We're back with more coding agents, more vibe coding tools to test. So in the last few days, actually, today is May 20th, 2025. In the last few days, these things came out. From last week, OpenAI Codex, and then on Monday, GitHub Copilot Agent, and then also Google I/O announced Jules. Now these are all asynchronous coding agents that works in the cloud. They're they're very different actually from the tools that we've talked about in the past. Now they're all for vibe coding in general, but all of these are synchronous development tools where you as a developer will work with the tool together um, more quickly as you fix bugs. Now, these are meant to be asynchronous and they work in the cloud. So it's more akin to the traditional workflow where the manager, the technical lead, or actually the PM will submit tickets into a repository. And then the developer will go work on it, sometimes work on it for days, sometimes work on it for months. And then getting back, and then we'll create something we call PR pull request, which is kind of like a approval process. These tools all try to mimic that process. So today in this video, we'll talk about Codex first, and then we'll look at the other tools in the next videos. Okay, so let's take a look. Oops, here. So this is Codex. I have tested it with our good old GitHub repository. Now, actually, because the aim of Codex is to work on your live GitHub repository. So I cloned it, our hackathon repo and into a Codex, and then actually I try to have Codex implement. So I gave it the same prompt. Now again, this is the example project that we're supplying to the hackathon for teams to work on. And in here we have prompts for the different tools to generate the code, the project. We have tested it with all the other tools. Now you can watch the other ones. And when I sent it to Codex, it actually failed. Now the same way every other tool has failed, but the difference is this: that it wasn't meant to be a quick turnaround. So for this, the workflow becomes much slower because it will implement, and I'll look at it and it will fail, and I'll have to check it out. I have to try again. So what I want to try, so this is not what it meant to do. It is not meant to create something from scratch. It is meant to fix issues or implement new things on an existing code base. So what I did is I use Claude Code to actually implement this project to a stable level. So this is the project that using the same prompt, same tool. Now you can try. I'm going to put this GitHub in the description below. And then now this is what Claude Code has coded. So including min, right? So min 1, 2, 3. Right, yeah, of course. The demo password is not secure, not good. That's fine. Now this is what Claude Code has been able to get to. But you can see it's not complete. So what we will do is now that this project, the frame, everything worked, we'll ask Codex to implement the missing pages. So we'll first ask it to, loco, right? Projects, right? So, all right, so we'll come in here and say, please, right, please implement projects according to the screen. What was that problem? It's in here, technical documents, screen. Right? So this file, please implement slash projects, right? So in here, we just hit code. Now, it will go do that. Now we can watch it. The difference between a synchronous tool and this is that it's actually spawned a new environment, and we'll download the code and we'll implement the code and should test the code. So it is a different paradigm, but we'll wait till it finished with this this page and then we'll come back. See, it's actually creating the new environment in the cloud and is now implementing. Okay, we'll come back. All right, so now it's done. And now you see, because it's asynchronous, it did everything in the cloud. And now what we can do is we can push it to GitHub. So the process is like this. It will create a pull request. Again, these are normal development workflow that we do in the real world. And if I come back to here, you will see this new pull request that it did. So we'll look at it, right? There's no conflict. So what we can look at what it changed, right? So it implemented the pages. And let's go back there. And no issue. So we will merge. We'll merge the code. And now the code is merged. Now, so locally, we're going to then test. Right? Now, in the real world, what usually happens is once you merge the code will then go through what we call a CI/CD pipeline, and then will deliver to QA for testing. Okay. Now in here, we're just testing. We're not going through the real process, but we just pull down the update from GitHub, and we can go to Visual Studio, and then yeah, we should actually see this. Right, so let's log in again. Admin. So projects. So yeah, so this is now implemented. So you see, when the project is in good shape, and we ask Codex to implement a feature or fix a bug, then it did a good job. When we want to go through from scratch and go through the first initial like bumps of creating a project in a very fast pace, that's not what it meant to do. So these new, I would say, new generation of tools are meant to be using in a more real world scenario where you already have production code that you need to fix bugs. Perhaps there are low priority bugs that human doesn't want to do, or documentation that developers are always too busy to work on, right? But this is a quick look at Codex, which I will continue to test, and then in the next video we'll try Copilot Agent and also Jules. Okay, we'll see you next.